So you're looking for cheap web hosting that actually works, right? We get it. When you're just starting out with a website or maybe running a small business, spending hundreds of dollars on hosting just doesn't make sense. Today we're looking at two hosting providers that have been getting a lot of attention lately: AccuWebHosting and HostArmada. We'll talk about pricing, what you actually get, and help you figure out which one might work better for you. Let's start with AccuWebHosting. They've been around since 2003, so they're not exactly new to this. Their cheapest plan starts at only $2.49 per month. You get SSD storage even on the basic plans, which is good because SSDs are way faster than old school hard drives. Here's what stood out to us about AccuWeb hosting. They support both Windows and Linux hosting. Most cheap hosts only do Linux, so if you need Windows for specific applications, this is actually pretty rare at this price point. Customer support is solid based on actual users. They have 24/7 live chat and ticketing, and most tickets get answered in under 30 minutes. They don't increase your price on renewal if you stick with the same term length. That's huge because a lot of hosts will triple your price after the first year. Free website migration is included. They'll actually move your site for you. Data centers in multiple countries, including the US, Canada, Europe, Singapore, India, and Australia. Things to keep in mind when choosing AccuWeb hosting: the cheapest plans have limited bandwidth and storage compared to some competitors. You're looking at around 50 gigabytes storage and 750 gigabytes bandwidth on the entry plan, which is fine for most small sites but not unlimited. Some people mention the interface can be a bit overwhelming at first with lots of options. Now, HostArmada. These guys launched in 2019, so they're much newer. But they've made a name for themselves pretty quickly. Their start dock plan is $2.49 per month after discount. What's interesting is that they run everything on cloud infrastructure, which means your site isn't stuck on just one server. Here are the things HostArmada does well. Cloud SSD hosting is available even on the basic plan. This gives you better uptime because if one server has issues, your site can keep running on others. Really generous money-back guarantee, 45 days instead of the usual 30. That's nice if you're not sure yet. Free domain for the first year, SSL certificate, and daily backups included. They use Lightspeed web server on their top-tier plan, which is noticeably faster than Apache or NGINX. cPanel included, which most people find pretty easy to work with. 24/7 support through chat and tickets with fast response times. Here are the trade-offs you should keep in consideration. Renewal prices do jump up. You're looking at $9.95 per month after your initial term ends. Storage is capped at 15 gigabytes on the Start Dock plan. That's enough for most small sites, but if you're planning to host a lot of images or videos, you might need to upgrade. Here's our final take. If you're on a super tight budget and plan to stay with your host long-term, AccuWeb hosting makes more sense because of their renewal pricing. You also get more storage and bandwidth to work with. If you want the latest cloud technology and don't mind the higher renewal price, HostArmada is solid. Their 45-day guarantee gives you more time to test things out. Both are legitimate options that won't let you down for essential hosting needs. You really can't go wrong with either one. We've put links to both in the description below. Check them out and see which one feels right for your project. If this helped you out, give it a thumbs up. And let us know in the comments which hosting provider you ended up choosing. Thanks for watching.